Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And today, as you see from my costume, because that's what I do when I do book reviews, I'm going to gush and tell you guys to buy, steal, go to your nearest library and also put this on your Christmas wish list. This review is all about Coffee Shop in an Alternative Universe by C.V. Lee. So, first things first. I'm kind of biased reading this book. Well, no, it sounds weird saying biased. I don't know C.B. Lee personally, but I've read their books before, and it's I love their books. Okay, to be precise, I don't like their latest book before this. I love the series so much. I should have done this bit first, but I'll do it now. Give me a moment. So, you have yeah. So this is their series, not your sidekick and not your backup. And then there's one more book, and the fourth book is not yet. But yeah, this is all about superheroes in an alternative future or weird future, kind of dystopian. But yeah, love this series. And so I follow CB Lee online because I love their other books. And then I heard about this book coming out a few years ago. This been talked about for a few years. And then I saw this year that some lists have it as released this year, or like a new release of this year. Some lists have it as last year book. I'm not quite sure about that because I didn't really find it anywhere last year. But anyway, now yes, I have it. I pre-order it because I was so excited to get to it. I got it in July, and then I didn't read it. Why, you may ask? Well, kind of funny, because of the title "Coffee Shop" and also the cover. It kind of gave me autumn fall vibes. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna read it in fall, and then I pick it up today. Well, today, sorry, yesterday. I read it more or less in one sitting. Uh, and so like, yeah, only thing I knew about it was like the back. What happens here in the summary of the back here. So I didn't know that A, it takes place in May, and B, it takes place in LA. So, there's not really that much fall, autumn vibes. It's much more summery. They go to the beach and they talk about peers. They go to eat ice cream. I suppose you could say coffee equals fall, but then again, it's not like coffee is something you only have to really drink in the fall. People drink coffee all year round. Not me, but people do that. So, yeah. You might ask yourself, what is this book all about? Well, it is kind of there in the title, Coffee Shop in Alternative Universe. Though it is alternative universe for one of them. So Brenda, in the first chapter, she has to she has to send an application, and her home Wi-Fi goes away for some technical weird reason. So she goes to a library to do it there, and then the library is it's just full. She won't. It just no. Then yeah, the library there, the Wi-Fi there is also wonky. So she tried to find. Okay, she thinks okay, they will find a Wi-Fi in like a cafe. She walks out and finds this cafe that looks cozy and nice. Walks in and finds a Wi-Fi. That thing is kind of interesting, but yeah. Uh, Sends the application. It's all good. It's done in the time before the deadline. But Kat is her waiter in the cafe, and they start talking, and they um they get along, and then they decide to meet up in a few days in the same place. A few days later, Brenda goes to the cafe, but she doesn't find it. She goes to the same place, but she does not find it. Quite weird. Kat works in a diner. No, at the cafe she works, and then after work she go outside. She doesn't see Brenda at all. What is happening? Turns out It's uncertain universe. It's parallel universes. So Brenda is from our universe, and Kat is from a different universe. A universe where they have slightly different fashion, kind of also why I'm having this slightly different costume. A universe where instead of using electricity for everything, magic is everywhere. There's dragons, there's vines. We don't really hear about. Well, there's pixies. Other than that, we don't really hear about. Well, sorry. There's also phoenixes, though they're not very common, but they are there. So yeah, it's magical. But it's also Cat's World. It's magical, but they have high school. They have coffee shops. So like they have espressos. They have malls. They have bookstores. So it's kind of it's modern, but not like they don't have TVs. I don't know if they have radio, but at least they don't have TVs and movies. So it's slightly modern. It's slightly off. So it's just like, oh, what? And yeah, so it's just very fun to like read about this. And then I would say mostly this is a very cozy sapphic romance. I mean, they're two teen, mm, teen not white, cis girls who fall in love. They're different, but they fall in love because they make each other happier. There's also a bit of a like mystery behind the scenes. There's things happening that shouldn't be happening. In Cat's world, there's prophecies and whatnot. So yeah, that's very funny. And honestly, this book is just amazing. It has prophecies, which is one of my buzzwords, all-time buzzwords. It is just very cozy. It has great references, lots of different fun stuff. It has a time travel scene. It's not my preferred version of time travel, but it's still time travel-ish. And honestly, it's just also I kind of like. Is this a spoiler? Ah, it's not kind of. It's not really that big a spoiler. Okay, so in the beginning, after a few after a few days times, they end up like, okay, we're dating. Yes, we're dating. So they kind of define a relationship. They DTF. They define a relationship, and they tell their friends and families, "I found a cute girl that I'm hanging out with, that I'm dating." And at first, that's just it. And then after a while, they say like, yeah, she can't come to school because she's not from this world. And they're like, oh, what? That's not a thing. And then, like, for two sentences, their friends and families feel like, that's weird. But quickly they get on board with it because also we have evidence and whatnot. And so I just kind of love it. Also, how it's not like this big secret they have to keep. Everyone knows what's going on, or some of the parts that's going on. And that's kind of refreshing and nice. It's not like tell people that they have this big secret. It's all out in the open, and yeah, I love that, and yeah, I just love it. Okay, so also this book, it's also told from dual point of view. So we have every other chapter is Kat and Brenda, and I mean. I would say maybe one of the few things I don't like dislike about this book is there's no chapter titles. That's kind of sad. But other than that, it's just honestly, yeah, as I said, I read it yesterday in more or less one sitting, and I was just flying through it. And when I wasn't reading, I was honestly either pooing or having some lunch. Like I read it more or less all day yesterday. Well, I had a book in the beginning of yesterday that I didn't really like, so I DNF'd. And then I was just so amazingly happy that the book that I picked up, this one, was just so good. I went from a DNF to an amazing book. And yeah, as I said, I love this book so much. I was like, the whole time I was watching, while I was reading it, I was just having this big smile on my face because it's just a delightful read. It's just so amazing. Also, as I said, it's a book I've been anticipating for years because I heard about it years ago. And you might think a book you've been hearing about many years ago, and you kind of made your big expectations, and like also just a summary, like dating but like parallel worlds, so original, so fun. Like that sounds so cool. but like, will it live up to the the hype in your mind? Well, just so amazing. Honestly, I would say pick this one up as soon as possible. It's a perfect read when you need a palate cleanser, a perfect read because it's just a lovely romance, but also perfect read if you want to read about dragons. They don't have a big part in there, but there are dragons. Perfect read if you like coffees. If you honestly, it's just a perfect read for any time. I would say anytime. It's just it's amazing. It's so amazing. I love it so much. Pick it up and read it. Read it. Read it. Yes. Okay. Check it out. You will not regret it.